And good day, everyone. I am Jared Mina, and we will discuss the critical role that new media platforms such as internet and other digital technologies play in development communication work, particularly in the context of the Philippines. So I will give you a background. We all witness the rapid advancement in digital technology, making new media a powerful tool for communication and social change. As we all know, development communication is about using communication strategies to promote positive change in society, especially in underdeveloped and rural areas. New media platforms have significantly transformed how this communication is carried out, enhancing development initiatives, reach, effectiveness, and its impact. So, a brief background in the past decade, the Philippines has become one of the most digitally connected countries in Southeast Asia. According to the 2023 digital report, the Philippines has over 90 million internet users, with social media penetration reaching more than 76 million Filipinos. This is a significant factor in how development communication work is conducted today. As platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok have become integral in the everyday lives of Filipinos like us, both in urban and rural areas. These platforms have opened up new ways to share information, engage communities, and create campaigns that can drive social, economic, and political change. Let's go back. What is development communication? It says here that the term development communication can be divided into two terms, communication and development. Here, communication refers to the use of different types and media in the context of development. It is also used to mean sharing of information and experience to accelerate development, whereas development refers to the change of society for betterment. It can be both social and economic change for improvement or progress. Let's go back to here. New media platforms such as this allow development communicators to reach broader audiences across geographic and socioeconomic boundaries. The internet and social media enable the sharing of messages to millions of Filipinos, whether they are in remote or urban centers, without the digital cost and logistical challenges of traditional media such as televisions or radio. For instance, organizations like Gawad Kalinga and Tahanan ng Pagmamahal have used social media. And Gawad Kalinga is a non-governmental organization in the Philippines that aims to end poverty by building, caring, and sharing communities. Also, the Tahanan ng Pagmamahal, or Children's Home, is a comprehensive program aims to provide children with a nurturing and supportive environment encompassing various aspects of their well-being, ensuring each child's holistic development and growth through our home life. So with this program, they have used social media to spread awareness about their projects, about their program, engage supporters, and fundraise online. And according to the 2018 study by the Philippine Business for Social Progress, or PBSP, digital platforms have significantly improved the ability of NGOs to communicate their missions, attracting young people, international donors, at what have shown the uh, Gawad Kalinga and Tahanan ng Pagmamahal have used these platforms to raise awareness and funds. The immediacy of information is one of the key advantages of new media. In times of crises, such as during natural disasters like when Typhoon, Yolanda, and Ondoy, social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter become essential tools for real-time updates, coordinating relief efforts and providing information on emergency services. These platforms allow development communicators to quickly share relevant data and updates on the ground, helping mitigate the impact of disasters. And according to the Philippine government's use of the Bayanihan e Konsulta initiative during the COVID-19 pandemic is a prime example of how new media can aid in crisis communication. This online consultation platform connected Filipinos with health experts, particularly in rural areas, providing valuable health information and mental support services by bridging the gap in healthcare delivery via Facebook Messenger service that ran on free data. Patients were given the opportunity to consult with health professionals regarding their medical concerns at no cost. So with this new media, it helps amplify the voices. It also helps amplifies the voices of marginalized groups, just like this example. Because we have indigenous groups in the Philippines, like the Aita and Lumad communities. They have used these platforms such as Facebook and YouTube to raise awareness of their rights, share their culture, and campaign against land encroachment and displacement. Through these platforms, they can document their experience, share videos of their struggles, and reach global audiences who can lend support. Social media campaign like this, the hashtag social Lumad schools, highlighted how new media can mobilize people to support marginalized causes, often leading to both national and international support. Unlike the traditional media, new media platforms provide spaces for interactive communication. This means that development communication is not just about sending messages, but about creating a two-way conversation or two-way connection. Social media allows dialogue, discourse, feedback, and participation, which is crucial for community-driven development. Programs such as Konsulta ng Bayan, which is I present earlier, where local government units hold online forums and discussions with citizens showcase how new media can facilitate participatory communication, empowering the community to share ideas, give feedbacks, and actively involve in the decision-making process. And I'll show you how Bill may cope up with this, with the rise of this new media. It plays a significant role in education and capacity building. Online platforms have become key delivering educational content, training programs, and webinars for both urban and rural communities. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, where access to physical locations, gatherings, and traditional modes of communication became severely restricted due to lockdowns and social distancing measures. In response to these challenges, our office, the Applied Communication Division of PhilMec, employed new media as a powerful tool for information dissemination, ensuring that vital updates and developmental initiatives could still reach our target audiences. Through these new media, such as websites, Zoom, and other internet-based tools, these platforms became essential in maintaining communication between government agencies, development organizations, and public, especially when in-person meetings and mass gatherings were prohibited. PhilMec, which traditionally relied on face-to-face communication and physical outreach, shifted to digital channels to ensure that farmers, agricultural workers, and other stakeholders receive accurate and timely information. This includes the dissemination of agricultural advisories, training resources, and updates on government programs, which were vital for maintaining food production and livelihoods during the pandemic. In this COVID-19 era, pandemic highlighted the increasing importance of new media in development, especially in developmental work, as it became the primary means for outreach and engagement when physical presence was no longer feasible at that time. So this shift not only helped PhilMec continues its missions, but also emphasized the growing role of digital communication in modern development work, particularly in times of this crisis, such as, for example, during that pandemic. While new media offers tremendous opportunities, it also presents challenges. The digital divide, misinformation, and limited access to technology in rural areas can hinder the full potential of these platforms. And according to 2021 survey by the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, only about 63% Filipinos in rural areas have access to the internet. This inequality must be addressed for new media to serve as a truly inclusive tool in development communication. And furthermore, the spread of misinformation and fake news on social media can undermine development efforts, especially when it comes to public health and emergency information. To wrap up this topic and to close this lessons, the role of new media in development communication work is through internet and social media and other digital tools has play a critical role in development communication in the Philippines. They provide vast opportunities for reaching large and diverse audiences, facilitating real-time communication, empowering marginalized communities, and creating more participatory platforms for dialogue. However, it is essential to address the challenges with it, that come with it, particularly ensuring equal access to digital tools and combating misinformation. New media is an evolving force, we cannot deny that has reshaped development communication in the Philippines, or the development work in the Philippines. And I think with the proper use and continued innovation, it can drive social change, increase public awareness, and foster inclusive development. But let me remind you, always take note of this. We can drive, uh, we can, uh, we can reach this social change, increase public awareness, but again, with the proper use and continued innovation. So again, this is my report for this discussion issue number 2. Again, I am Jared Mina, and thank you for listening.